Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's second video. So we're going to have a look at the ECMWF 42 days / 6 weeks forecast model today for today's second video. So we're not doing this on a Saturday, but occasionally we do it on a Friday. The reason we're doing it on a Friday this week is tomorrow we've got the third and final season one roundup for autumn 2021 to get out. So I thought we'd push this one forwards or backwards, I suppose. No, forwards, isn't it? To Friday. So I shall get on with that for you in a second. This one will just be focusing on the UK and Ireland. We'll do the wider European outlook using the EC extended model on a Tuesday, but this one on Friday, you know, because updates twice a week on a Monday night and on a Thursday night. So this one is going to be focusing specifically on Ireland and the UK, and I shall get on that for you in a second. Just say about the first video release today was our 7 AM forecast upload, and we've also got Jeremy Friday coming up later on, so very much towards the long range with the videos today. Jeremy Friday is coming up for you later on, and also 10 to 14 day, it's going to include all the regular features as well, so check out those two videos coming up later on. I'm going to be live streaming from 10 PM tonight, so around 10 past 10. We'll do season 1 season 2 episode 1 of the Friday night live stream, so that's gonna be a bit of a laugh. I shall see you live after 10 o'clock. Right, okay, let's start with webcam then, and we'll have a look at the week 1 mean sea level pressure anomaly for Northern Europe and the North Atlantic. This is going to take us from the 30th of August to the 6th of September. So the coming week will be dominated by high pressure. You're going to have high pressure over and slightly to the north, and we catch some lower pressure to our east and also to our south as well. So high pressure in controlling week ahead, we're going to be bringing in the wind from like an easterly northeasterly direction. So it's certainly not going to be a heat wave, but again, have another pretty dry week under high pressure. Going to be very much as it has been. This is the week 1 500 millibar height only from the Arctic and North Pole view down, with the above average heights to our north and northwest and below average heights to our east and also to our south, and this leads us bringing in the wind from an easterly direction in week 1. So the temperature anomaly shows a bit of an east-west split in the week ahead, actually. So western parts of the UK and also Ireland are coming out warmer than average, but for central and eastern parts of England and Wales in particular, and also a little bit towards eastern Scotland, it is a bit on the cooler side. Notice most parts of Europe actually are looking really quite cool with those north-easterly to easterly winds. And of course, high pressure dominated weather is going to be a dry week as well. So yes, we see significantly drier than average precipitation anomalies with those temperatures a little bit on the cool side, especially so in the east. Right, so that's week 1 done from the 30th of August, 6th of September. Let's have a look at week 2, shall we? This is going to take us from the 6th to 13th of September, and it's all change. That high pressure goes away. It looks like high pressure is collapsing into eastern parts of Europe, with low pressure coming in off the Atlantic. So in comes the lows. Looks like it's significantly more unsettled here as we're going into the second week of September. Also hints of a little bit of that Greenland blocking up there as well. The 500 millibar height anomaly looks like that as we get through to week 2. Again, this is going to be the 6th to 13th of September. So again, it is the idea that lower pressure below average heights are coming in off the Atlantic. Definitely looks like there's a breakdown to the high pressure going on in this week, and it is becoming more unsettled. Temperature anomaly is actually relatively warm, although low pressure is coming in off the Atlantic. The temperature anomaly goes a little bit above average, actually, probably because we're bringing in like a southwesterly flow. You'd expect it to be more unsettled. Let's have a look. And yes, we see above average rainfall appearing. I'm not sure it'll be that much above average, to be honest. It depends. You know, if you have lots of rain at night with cloudy, wet nights, then I suppose that will hold the overall temperature up. If we have a lot of cloud and rain in the day, I mean, it's clearer by night and cooler, then we probably come away slightly below average, actually, at the beginning of September. But definitely looks more unsettled, doesn't it, with much more in way of rainfall to our west and south. Then go through to week 3 to the 13th to 20th of September. Again, looking unsettled with mean cell pressure anomaly. Low pressure is just over the top of the UK and Ireland. So, I mean, not much else to say. It is a big flip on what we've had over the past week or so, and what we'll have for the coming few days, for the coming week. It's a big flip on that. Much more unsettled there around the middle part of August. A 500 millibar height only shows that up very nicely as well, with a trough of below average heights right over the top of the UK and Ireland. So it does look very, very unsettled, actually, that as getting to middle of September. Precipitation anomaly reverts back close to average. It's average just slightly above average. Not a particularly big deviation. And the rainfall anomaly, as you would expect, with the trough of low right over top of UK and Ireland coming out wetter than average. Not just for us, but for most parts of Western Europe, actually, but we're like in the centre of that low pressure. So a couple of much more unsettled weeks there, up to the 20th of September, up to week 3. Right, week 4 is going to be the 20th, 27th of September. Whoops, let's go back and have a look at mean cell pressure. No, this is another unsettled week. Wow, look at this. Below average heights, low pressure again. Or below average pressure, as in mean cell pressure. Low pressure right over top of the country. Once again, so Ireland, UK, looking unsettled. It could be a notably wet September if this is right. The 500 millibar height anomaly again showing no change. That area below average height centre over UK and Ireland after being so dry over the past few weeks. It really does look like a big change here for September. The temperature anomaly is lowering further, so at this point we're only sort of average, or we have no signal. We might even be a little bit on the cool side. Men's precipitation anomaly, did have a little sneak peek of it a second ago, and again, still the idea of wetter than average, above average precipitation for Ireland and for the UK as well. So this does look like a prolonged spell of unsettled and quite wet weather here through much of this September. Right, week 5 is going to take us from the 27th of September to 4th of October. Of course, the further out we're going, the more unreliable it's all getting. It's all getting more and more speculative. But very end of September into the beginning of October, maybe raising pressure a little bit to our south. And the low pressure looks like it's sort of disappearing a little bit. So this might be transitioning into something a little bit more high pressure dominated, perhaps start to go slightly drier. Maybe a little bit warmer there as we get to the very end of September and into October. The week 5 500 millibar heights only hints at that as well, with above average heights to our west. Also reaching to our northeast, though, which probably, if anything, will bring in a little bit of an east-northeasterly wind, so might not be overly warm, actually, with that 500 millibar height only. The temperature anomaly is no better than average, or has no signal. It is mild average out to our west, but I mean, you know, there's not much of a signal there, you have to say, through most parts of Europe. And the precipitation on it should be drier in week 5. Let's have a look. Does go a little bit dry. It starts going a little bit drier there in week 5 across some western parts of Europe. But again, it is a very weak signal. And then finally we get through to week 6, which will be the 4th through to the 11th of October. Wow, really pushing on into the autumn now. And another change, actually. Get some above average pressure and high pressure appearing to our west. There's no particularly corresponding trough of low pressure, but with high pressure out there in the mid-Atlantic ridge, I suppose, you would expect wind to be coming in from like a northwesterly to quite tight northerly direction, and there'd probably be some sort of low in through here, I would have thought. So that might be turning quite cold, actually, in the 6th week. The 500 millibar height anomaly, again, showing that area of above average heights extending through the North Atlantic up towards Greenland. Trough of low pressure is over Scandinavia. And again, you would have thought that's probably going to be bringing in the wind from like a northerly or northwesterly direction at the very least, which could be quite a cold wind direction. Certainly could give some October frost with that. The temperature anomaly is going cooler than average just to our east. We're not quite in that, but I mean, we're not far from turning quite cold there, I think, potentially. Of course, it's 6 weeks away, so it's very unlikely, but it'll verify. But maybe a bit colder into October there. And the precipitation anomaly, very weak signal, but maybe a little bit on the drier side to our north and to our west as well. So quite an interesting update from JMA, from the ECM for this month. It's been a very, very long day, I have to say. I'm thinking about JMA Friday, aren't I? No, it's been a... So sorry, everybody. I don't even know what model I'm using, really. That's bad, isn't it? That's getting old. That's getting old. I'm nearly 44 in October. I'm becoming an old man. No, so where was I? I'm so sorry, everybody. Right. Okay. So the upshot here. Very interesting update from ECM. That's what I'm trying to say. Very interesting update from ECM. 6 weeks forecast. It's gone. Gav's gone. Very interesting update from. I'm getting giddy, you see, because I'm going to be live streaming 10 o'clock tonight. Very interesting update from the ECMWF 42-day forecast model today. So it looks like it could be in for a very wet September, actually. I think that's my main talking point. Very wet September could be on the way after a dry sort of opening handful of days. It looks like we could be in for a bit of a deluge September, actually, which is quite unusual. We think of September as being quite a dryish month for over time, but sometimes September can be very wet. This could be wettest September for quite a few years, if this is right. Of course, it may not verify, but that's how it looks today. Very wet for September. And then into October, maybe getting a little bit colder as we progress on into October. Maybe the first sort of cold northerly snap of the season, but of course that's 6 weeks, but it's a really long way off, and is pretty unreliable, to say the least. It does look as though October could turn drier, though. End of September into October could turn drier after what is quite a wettish signal for September. Right, that's it for the EC 42-day forecast for UK and Ireland for this week. Of course, we're going to do this again on Tuesday, looking at the picture across Europe then, and then next Friday, or next Saturday probably, actually, we'll do the 42-day forecast for UK and Ireland once more. We're going to be back later on with JMA Friday. We will be using JMA for that one, and also a 10 to 14-dayer as well, and I'll be live streaming after 10 tonight. You keep checking back to the channel for all of the updates of content, but for this one, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.